How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump?
I mean, you have Amy Schumer, so we win.
Why do you hate rom-coms? Or do you just feel like you need to hate them?
The reason that guys typically hate rom-coms is because they're not super interested in romance of made-up characters that are fabricated for 2 hours. And then the comedy is usually bad and not funny for a guy. That is why we hate rom-coms.
Everybody likes The Notebook. Everybody likes Beyonce. It's just a fact.
I mean, Beyonce's fine, but The Notebook, never seen it.
Why do you make women sit around and talk about men in movies
When y'all easily just sit around and talk about boobs for hours.
Well, I don't know who you're talking to. I'm not forcing women to talk about anything. And as far as boobs go, we like boobs. We don't talk about them for 3 hours straight. It's more like veiled comments every 10 minutes where it's like, boobs.
Why do you automatically assume that you won't like TV or movies that star a female lead?
Because typically these movies are made in a feminist way, which is not interesting to most men.
Why are you surprised when women are funny?
It's basic human nature. I mean, if something doesn't happen a lot, we're going to be surprised when it happens. Women typically are not funny, so when a funny woman does come across, it shocks us a little bit.
Why do you think that we're obsessed with you when we hook up?
9 times out of 10, I just want you to leave too. I'm busy. I got shit to do.
Well, I'm no expert on human psychology, but hooking up is somewhat of an intimate activity. So if a girl is willing to do that, it might give me some sort of sense that she's interested in me. I don't know.
Why can't I sleep with as many people as I want to without being judged? When men do it, they're congratulated.
Ah, yes, the age-old question. You see, the reason men can do it and they're praised and women can do it and they're shamed is because any woman at any point in time can go and just say yes to a guy and do it. However, a guy has to put in the work, put in the hours to grind to get a bunch of women. It's like the ancient saying goes, a key that can unlock many doors is an excellent key. However, a door that can be unlocked by many keys is not a good door.
Why do you consider a woman a tease if she doesn't sleep with you after 3 dates, but a slut if she sleeps with you on the first date?
Again, I don't know who you're talking to. I don't be having a lot of sex, so this is kind of out of my range. I don't know any guys who have this rule, so you're kind of just talking to air right now.
Why do you say that women are too emotional to be leaders?
Then justify catcalling by saying men just can't control themselves.
I'm not saying any of that. I'm not saying that men should justify catcalling. However, the thing about women being too emotional to be leaders, I'm not saying all of them are, but since women typically make their decisions based off of emotions, that's not exactly someone you want controlling the country. Now, I'm not saying all women do that. I'm saying they tend to do that more than men, which is why we would prefer to have a man as a leader.
Why do you think that just because you're nice to me, I owe you my body?
Why?
I don't know who you're talking. I don't think that. Most guys don't think that. You're not speaking to the entire male society. You're speaking to a thin, marginalized group of men who are not good people.
Why would you ever send an unsolicited dick pic?
Let the record be shown. I have not and will not ever send a dick pic in my life. This is fake news that it's something that every guy does. You're just hanging out with the wrong guys.
Why do you feel like it's okay to harass women or make offensive comments about women, but when somebody does it to your sister, it's not okay?
Feeling like a broken record here. I do not think sexual harassment is okay. And I don't know what guys you're hanging out with that do, but no.
How does it feel to interrupt me when I'm in the middle of making a point during a meeting?
Well, interrupting people is fun. You think I just do it to women? I interrupt everyone, generally because I'm right most of the time.
Why do you have to sit with your legs so wide open?
I get that you have balls, but I don't stand around with my arms wide open to make room for my boob.
This may be the worst take in the entire video. When I squish my legs, there are balls directly, in between them. If you close your arms, you are not crushing your boobs. I'm a man with big boobs myself. Look at these things. But when I fold my arms, do you think I'm crushing my boobs? No.
Why are women perceived as the weaker sex, even though we literally birth you?
Biologically speaking, you are the weaker sex as far as strength goes. Women's muscle mass on average is a lot weaker, It's not rocket science.
Why is it so bad to show your emotions?
It means you're human.
Because when men show their emotions, they are laughed at typically by women and men.
Why are you always trying to prove your masculinity to me?
I'm not. I don't need to prove my masculinity. It kind of just speaks for itself. Look at these things.
Why the isn't it ladylike to cuss? When did words get gendered?
This video is 5 years old. It's a little outdated. I don't think anyone cares when women curse. I certainly don't, so.
Why is it your first instinct to doubt women who have been sexually violated or raped?
Because it has happened so many times where women fake it and then get a guy thrown in jail for no reason. So we men tend to be cautious when accusations are thrown. It doesn't mean we're not taking it seriously. It's just we want to make sure you're telling the truth before, we send a guy to jail.
Why do you assume a woman's angry because she's on her period?
Because women on their period generally get angry more. A, B, the law of correlation's not tough.
Why do you think women that wear makeup are false advertising? We can say the same thing about your dick size.
Because I'm not stuffing a 10-inch banana in my pants and saying I have a big dick. You are lathering fake up on your face and saying that you're beautiful. It's not the same. Also, I'm not lying about my dick size. I'm kind of just like, yeah, balls and dick. You won't know until you see it.
Why isn't it weird that there's a bunch of old white men sitting in a room making legislation about what I can and can't do with my body?
If you're referring to abortion, which I'm assuming you are, it's been a debated topic for years and years and years among every country and nation and pretty much everywhere on earth. It's not just a thing about old white men in office, which, by the way, it's not all old white men in office. Like, I'd say 30% of the Senate is women, and there's a lot of people of color in there too. So the old white men notion, trying to control women, is not the same thing. They're discussing a topic that's been hotly debated by everyone on earth for pretty much as long as legislation has been a thing. So it's not really a feminist thing. It's more just a thing.
Why are straight guys so obsessed with lesbians?
Well, you see, we are sexually attracted to women. So when a woman is with a woman, we're like, yeah. Not me, though. That's not my thing.
How does it feel to get kicked in the balls?
The first valid question in this entire video. Getting kicked in the balls is the greatest pain a man can feel. It feels like every other pain in the world combined, allocated into one tiny place.
Do you ever get tired of trying to be manly all the time?
Nope, just speaks for itself. Don't have to try. It's just here.
Why are you so afraid of gender equality?
I'm not afraid of it. Because I know it's never going to happen.
Why do I deserve to be paid less than you?
In what world does 77 cents equal $1?
In what world does 68 cents equal $1?
How is that fair?
The 77 cents on a dollar thing has been debunked for years, many, many years. Women tend to choose to get degrees for jobs that pay less. So in turn, women on average make less than men. They also take maternity leave, which is why the numbers are conflated. If you have a woman and a man at the same job, they're going to make the same amount of money. Not difficult.
Why are you intimidated by a woman who makes more money than you? That's awesome. More money.
I'm not intimidated by a woman who makes more money than me. In fact, I will get a sugar mama because I love money. I don't know the notion. I don't think many guys care if a woman makes more money than them. Me personally, I would love it.
Why are opinionated women seen as bitches?
When opinionated men are seen as bosses.
Well, this notion is typically there because women's opinions tend to be wrong.
Why aren't you speaking up when you hear your male friends behind closed doors make jokes that are offensive to women?
Because if it's behind closed doors, I'm not offending anybody, so why would I stop them? Offensive jokes that aren't actually shown to someone who's going to be offended are glorious. They're a cornerstone of the 21st century.
Why are you so afraid of recognizing your own privilege? Doesn't mean you're a bad person. Just recognize it and do something about it.
I think men do have some privileges over women, but then women also have some privileges over men. There's massively more people in prison that are men than women. The massive amount of people who are shot unarmed by the cops are men. I think it's like 9-1. Women can get into parties for free easily just by, showing a little nip slip. So I think men have some privileges, oh yeah, women's emotions are taken seriously. It's more like a balancing act. You know, whoever you are in life, you're gonna have some privileges and some unprivileges. It's just the way the world works. Stop fucking complaining and just deal with it and live your life, okay? That is it for the video. We are, thank the Lord, we are out of questions. I know somebody else did a video like this, and I'll leave that link in the description. But yeah, those were my takes on the questions. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you next one. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Orange Peanut wants you to subscribe because he needs more money.